All right, hustlers. So let's get right to it. So here's the deal. I really don't care what this economy is doing. And let me be crystal clear. I don't really care what Donald Trump is doing, Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, Doge, and all of that. I don't really care. There's a lot of people that are dealing with fear in regards to, the changes that are coming about through the new administration. There's a lot of fear mongering going on as it pertains to, the goings on with the administration, particularly with layoffs, in the government and outside of the government. If you've been following the news, it's not just the government. It's a lot of layoffs going on. But my hope is what it always is, to try and help uplift you, to give you something that you can do and some examples of how you can better position yourself to get to the bag, to have multiple streams of income. That is all I've ever had to do. But hustlers, I'm going to have to hold you to account. Okay? I'm going to have to do it. I'm sorry. So get ready. This video might not be so nice for everybody. Now, generally, you watch this channel, I'm very, yielding. I tend to want to help, and I'm more on the diplomatic side. You might see a different side of me today, so I'm going to apologize in advance if I offend anyone, but that is not my intentions, although it may happen. It may be necessary. So let's just get to it. The issue is this. I'm here to explain to you why I'm not worried about the layoffs, what's going on with Doge and all this other stuff. And you got to understand where I'm coming from. If you watch this channel, I'm no different than the average American. I work a job, okay? My girl works for the government. So, and I'm going to tell you, they're feeling it. They are feeling the presence of, Elon Musk and Doge and all of this. It's real, okay? It's not a game. But you got to follow me on this. I'm not worried, and I don't want to hear it about what Donald Trump is doing and Vivek Ramaswamy and all of them. I'm not worried about it because I have two streams of income. So stick with me because we're going to get to that. We're going to get to everything. There's a lot to cover here. And there's a lot that we have covered on this channel in the over 500 videos that we have been making. So let's be clear. I didn't come out here to cap. Today, we're going to get to it. Okay, we're going to keep it all the way live. I'm not worried about what's going on, and I really don't want to hear it when it comes to Trump and Musk and Doge and all of this, because I have two sources of income. And what that does is it gives me options. If one thing fails, I got another. And we're going to talk about that. Because we ain't talking about what ifs when it comes to me. We're going to talk about what is and what has happened. Okay, so we're going to get to it. I have two incomes. Let's go back. I'm not worried about what's going on with all this fear mongering and stuff because I have two incomes. Why do I have two incomes? Because of what I was thinking and what I was doing back in 2017. You know what I was doing? I'm going to tell you a short story about that. You need to follow. There's a woman that I used to follow back then. Her name is Ann Sieg, if you ever heard of her. But, and her thing was multi-level marketing. I used to kind of dabble in that a little bit. Didn't quite work out for me, but that's okay. But something happened in 2017. In 2017, she said, she was presenting Amazon as a way to get going and make some money. And you have to understand, if you've been around, you might remember Back in 2017, Amazon was nothing like it is today, but it was on a major trajectory. And what made me think was when she said at that time, again, we're talking 2017, she said, Amazon is positioned to become the first company in history to be valued at over $1 trillion. And when she said that, here's what I did. Keyword did. I thought, and I said, man, that's huge. Maybe I need to think about getting back on Amazon. Back on Amazon. See, I started selling on Amazon back in 2008. Now go back in your mind to 2008. It was a different world. Okay. Amazon was nothing compared to what it is now. 2008, Amazon was just getting out of a website that sold nothing but media. Okay. They were just opening up, and they came to me because I had a website since 2004. You see how far we going back here? You starting to see a pattern form, right? You starting to see a pattern. When I tell you that I'm not worried today about what's going on with all of this crap, it's because of what I've been doing going way, way back. And this is going to apply to you. So keep listening. This is important, guys. Hey, what's up, working class hustlers? I wanted to take a brief break from this video. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. But did you know that 58% of the people that watch this channel, watch these videos, are not subscribed to the channel? So there's a good chance that you're not subscribed. So if you would take a moment to subscribe to the channel, it would mean so much. It would be awesome. And tell you what, you will be showing myself and my producer Jim that you appreciate the over 500 videos that we've put together for your benefit. So hit that subscribe button and we would really appreciate it. We're actually trying to get this channel up to 10,000 subscribers, and you're going to help us do it. So thank you in advance. Number two, if you're somebody that's really trying to take your Amazon business to the next level, or you just want to get into selling on Amazon, you guys know I use the software Tactical Arbitrage. I've been using it and teaching it right here on this channel for years. And you might know that I've been wanting to put together a free video course, a real course that's worth money, but I want to give it to you for free. This is my gift to you. If you're serious and you really want a leg up and a way to understand the software that's so powerful, it has helped me double my revenue up to 30,000 plus a month. If this is something that would be interested in you, the wait is over. The link is in the description. Hustlers, don't waste time. I can't wait to see you there. Now back to the video. This is important, guys. And it just keeps getting better because you got to remember, why am I saying Ann Sieg made me think maybe I should get back on Amazon? See, I had gotten kicked off. I got kicked off of the Amazon platform back in 2014. What does that mean? That means that I got kicked off the platform before a whole lot of people even knew that you could get on the platform. Okay. But when she said that, I thought, you know what? I'm doing okay with my website. I'm doing okay with eBay, but I better listen. If they're going to soon be valued at over $1 trillion, maybe I should go back. So you know what I did? I wrote a love letter and asked to be allowed back on the website. And as such, I was. Now, as far as I know, I think Apple reached $1 trillion first, but doesn't matter. The point is this. I was off of the platform for 3 years, from 2014 to 2017. And in those 3 years, so much had changed. I come from the bodybuilding background, so originally I was on Amazon selling performance supplements, protein powders, shakes, bars, that type of stuff, multivitamins. That was what I was into. When I came back, After those 3 years of being gone, there was just no way I could get back in there. The margins were so slim. It was just a different world. And that led me to what's called arbitrage. A lot of you guys already know what that is. The whole channel has been devoted primarily to arbitrage. So let's rewind, guys. Here we go again. I don't care what's going on with the economy. I don't care. Miss me with that whole Donald Trump, Elon Musk argument. I don't want to hear it because of what I've been doing since 2017. Since 2017, I've been building and struggling, and all of that has been documented because I started this YouTube channel in 2017. You know what that means? That means that in 2017, I've been working my butt off to get a thriving business. And I've been trying to teach you how to do it. And we got the receipts. I've been trying to teach you since 2017. And that is why I have to hold you to account. Because if you're worried about the economy, if you're worried about possibly getting laid off, if you're worried about the cost of goods and food and eggs and all of this craziness, if you're worried about that, it's your fault. It's your fault. What have you been doing since then? What am I talking about? Okay. So I've been right here getting it out of the mud. Just like you. And I'm not one of these guys that say, oh, quit your job. And nope. I don't come with all that crap. I don't need to because I'm not trying to sell you a course. Okay. I'm not the one. I got a job. And I've told you from the beginning, I'm not looking to quit. I like having two sources of revenue because then if something happens, I got another thing. And guess what, guys? Something did happen. Jim, show them. See, here's where we start getting to the receipts. Show them the thumbnails of the video where I got laid off from a 22-year job back in 2023. Not that long ago, guys. Not that long ago. So when I'm not just talking here, I'm explaining my experience. And if you want to get better, it would behoove you to pay attention, right? Pay attention. Most people, you know what? Ooh. Let me show you something real quick. This is important. So this is my channel, right? And here's what I want you to think about. I've been creating content for your benefit since 2017. And look how many subscribers I got. I don't even have 10,000. By the way, if you have subscribed, I really, really appreciate it. And so does my producer, Jim. Guys, I don't even have 10,000 subscribers. Why is that? I want you to ask yourself. Leave a comment because I could use any feedback. Why? Why don't I have that when all I've ever tried to do was come out here and teach you the truth? Right? What do I mean when I say the truth? I don't give no cap. I don't show the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, the private jets, the pools, the vacation. The only thing I show is real numbers. And when I say real numbers, I mean everything from my tax returns to actual profits in there. And they've never been anything that's so grand and so great that it's unbelievable. It's never been something to make you think, you know, is this guy really being authentic and genuine? You know, maybe that's the reason why. Maybe that's the reason why I can't even get 10,000. I don't care. It's been a wonderful journey. And it's been very introspective for me because I learned a long time ago that me, with my authenticity, I'm not going to get a lot of views. Then I had to make a decision. Then I had to make the real defining decision in terms of the man that I am. I'm not going to get it. I'm giving all this information. and nobody really cares. Now, what are you going to do? And you know what my actions have shown? My actions have shown that I'm going to continue to do it regardless. If we can find one person that gets value out of this, then it's worth it to me. Now, I have to be honest. I have to be accepting of the truth. Your actions have shown me, collectively, I'm talking about the YouTube audience, your actions have shown me that my content, it's not good enough. You know, for whatever reason, for reasons we may never understand. But here's what we know. I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm never going to stop. And here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to have you talking to me about Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and the cost of goods and layoffs and this and that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If you worried about that, I'm sorry. Shame on you. Okay, I've been putting out, we had over 500 videos done, uploaded before Trump got back in. So don't come to me talking about what he's doing now. I've been through at least 6 presidential terms, so I ain't worried about it. I don't get my blessings and I don't get my opportunities from the president. I get it just by being an American citizen, and I get it out the mud. Let me show you something else. As long as we on this, remember we were looking at my channel here. Let's go. Let's go into the analytics. Okay, this is my estimated revenue. This is what they estimate I'm gonna get at the end of the month. $8. So if you thinking, oh, he doing this for the money. Do you realize, hold on a second. Do you realize, because I've been giving my phone number out for you for free, because I will talk to you for free. It costs me more to have that phone available for you. My phone should be ringing off the hook. It never rings. That's okay. That's okay. That's life. That's life saying, hey, Horace, nobody cares. Now what? And me looking back at life and saying, you know what, life? I'm going to do it anyway. It cost me. I lose money and I do it anyway. So miss me with that. Let's go back. Let me see here. Let's go audience. And we're looking at the last 28 days. Hold on a second. Average view duration. Average view duration. I can't keep somebody on the video that's trying to show them how to make some money. I can't keep them on longer than 4 minutes. Well, this was for the last 28 days. I tell you what, let's look at the last year. Average view duration, 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Okay. So there you have it right there in a nutshell. If you want to know why I don't care what you got to say about how bad the economy is and layoffs and all of this stuff, you can see my reason why. Now, you know, to wrap it up, hustlers, just so that you understand why I don't worry, because I've been too busy working hard to build my business, and I've taken you along for the ride, and you have seen my business. I want you to think about something here. I'm doing consistently over 30,000 a month now, and I've never done that before. It took time for me to get to where I'm at, but I've taken you along for the ride, and I've made myself more than available to anyone that wanted some help. And we're going to talk about this some more. Okay. I appreciate you watching. Again, we got plenty of videos. If you have any questions, I want to hear your comments. I want to know how you feel about the whole situation. I want to know what you're doing, because, you know, I'm a man of action. And so naturally, I'm going to be attracted to people who take action. Although I'm happy about anybody that would take the time to watch the content. If nothing else, it makes you aware. Okay. And that's a good thing. But appreciate it if you give a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.